Okay. So I did a little review real quick. We're right here at the 18-minute, 30 seconds mark, right? And so far already, right, we had a group of individuals, right? And already, just by way of their own careers, doing their own things, right? And this is by the way of them just doing and being, truly being, right? And so you have this group of people, and they're all here to provide their perspectives and their do experiences and their these are some people that make this a worthy scenario, event, whatever, makes it a worthy this is a worthy event. I'm trying to go catch some sunlight freaking before it's over, but I'm probably gonna be late as usual. But anyways, and so there's these concepts, man. There are these concepts, and Terrence is in this position right now where I have been a lot. Well, but not nearly. And so, I digress. Where he's bringing forth this knowledge that he has put in due effort, right? And he has a clear understanding of, and he's just trying to bring this to, and like I said, he's done his due efforts, and he's trying to bring it forth to people, and the ones that we, the larger group, accredits to being, like, I guess, subject matter experts or worthy of our due attention to this matter or whatever matter. Those people, it's like it's by way of man-made institutions and systems that that such things are produced as. These people that we accredit so much of our perspective to another subject, and you could tell because just by looking at them, they the expression that they are, right? They're seriously unworthy of our attention, and it's not really our attention. It's more, part of our programming, really, and it shows you how much of that programming you have to abide by because of the kind of person that you give so much of this esteem to, right? It's those people that are so quick to what's going on, Mike? We give so much of that credit to, and I thought you was here this whole time. They're not worthy of it because they're part of the programming too. He's just trying to sit at the table and present his piece, and their expression is not what they would acclaim it to be, especially as scholars or academics or people who are, so, and it's so obvious when you are, your expression is that I'm so excited about this subject, this topic, and I just want to share it with you, or just literally just share my experience with you, right? And this response that you have is not one of academia. It's not one of a community that is seeking knowledge and is seeking in its purpose and efforts to elevate the larger group by way of, this is what we've taken onto our shoulders to give so that we can be the branch that feeds you our discovery and knowledge, and that's not the expression. That's not what they are. That's not what they're doing. You can tell when someone is, right? And so I digress. The point is, right now, so far in the video, you've got, and I highly respect all three of these people, and they are worthy of such high esteem and high respect. And however, it's Professor Eric Weinstein who, right off the bat, right now, he expresses exactly what he himself has shown so much due vitriol and animosity towards in the academic realm, and he's being exactly what Terrence Howard is trying to convey. That is what, this was wrong. And so far, like I said, I haven't even finished the video, but right now they're already like at 18:30. It's like he says you're wrong is what it was, and I hate that because that shows some stuff, and I'm a little disappointed already because of his response, because he's trying to get this point across, that, and I've done this myself in my own life. Like, there's a point that I'm trying to get you to understand, right? And like Terrence Howard has the history of of these particular people and the points that they're trying to make, and that academia had rejected, and it's the depth under that the underlying layer to it, because it's for a reason, you know what I mean? But he's trying to point out, right, how we have been learning. We didn't know, and we had the academic branch supposedly learning and discovering and whatnot, to layer on to our knowledge base an understanding of the basic, the foundations and of our existence in the world. And along that line, there has been so much of this knowledge that has been, it's understood by this smaller group, and the overseers and the people that are like kind of looking over the shoulders, and like, what you figure out? It's like the people in control. It's like, man, I just figured this thing out where it can make everybody live freaking 200 years long. We can unlock immortality. And it's like, well, we don't want that for everybody, right? So why don't you, shut the fuck up? All right. Well, if we're gonna teach these foundations of mathematics to future generations, it's like, well, how are we gonna explain blah blah blah? It's well, why don't we say it like, like you discovered it? Instead, we'll say it like this. It's like the general understanding of mathematics is, as most people would understand it, incomplete, but it's also been modified. It's also been purposefully, things have been purposefully omitted, and other parts have been modified, right? And they've been modified with purpose and intent, because these foundational understandings of our reality, they don't understand it themselves, right? And even the parts they do understand, is they can't enact it because of their underlying intents and their weaknesses and fears. They can't engage it. So, but they understand how to manipulate it. They understand how to use it to control and to weaken those around them. Because if you believe mathematics to be as you've been programmed to believe, then even if you start looking at it like directly and learning for yourself, it's like, unless you are willing to step outside of the institutions that give it to you, because they want you to learn it like this, because it formats and molds you like this, and like this will keep you weak. It will keep you fucking less than what you could be, right? And so that's why they want you to learn it like that. And layering on all that shit, they also make you completely uninterested in most of it in the first place. But for those who do, right, and Eric Weinstein would represent that. It's like someone who did and had the ability, and he went through the full range of academia and the institutions. He went the full, and it's like, it requires, and they make it take so much other stuff, like, for instance, your expression being molded. And that's what that suit represents. That, and it's not like it doesn't look bad, but it's like, maybe that's part of our program, that it looks good. But it's like, they mold your expressions. They mold your expression. They mold you. That's the programming. And he is that expression, correct? And so in some of that expression, right, it requires, those around that expression to kind of, however subtle ways, conform a little bit for their comfort. Right? And I mean, like, And these are our expressions, you know what I mean? Um, and like Terrence Howard had said, it's like, he was self-taught, bro. Like, he came to this level of, and quite frankly, it's gonna probably be beyond one of the most accoladed and you know, benevolent, because he has that desire, right? Which brings him face to face with his desire to fill these points. I think maybe right now he's willing to do his part to, Steelman to set a hard precedent against it. Terrence Howard's perspectives, but he's the perfect person for this, I believe. Across the board, as far as there are others, but I believe that he does have the desire to, for his learning, and he has been, set upon by the academia for his ideas and for standing on standards, values, and the injustices in academia. And it's not just injustices; they're malicious. And like I said, because so much of it is about keeping you programmed, because they need you to stay weak, because the information and knowledge that's coming is about to make people infinitely more powerful and capable, and if nothing else, able to help mold this world in a better place. Terrence Howard's point so far is just like, the desire to know would help you to understand. But if you don't really want to know, it's like this, the point, like I said, the point he's trying to get across is that some of these people are trying to tell you that, well, there's a problem with this point in mathematics, right? And this is in the foundational part. And they were either rejected and then academia kept them out. And a lot of that's just some of that's just an ego. Like, people just, or rather, considering our historic timeline, some of these folks are black in the realm of academia. And just on point of that. And just see how foolish those attitudes, and if we have been able to adopt these things so much earlier on, it has held the species back. Because your ego, because man, this black guy, how dare he think he can freaking topple 300 years of primarily white knowledge and discovery, and they don't even know most of the time themselves how much of what they think they know is given to them, and they'll fight to defend something that they, it keeps them weak. I don't think Professor Weinstein is of that value. I just think that perhaps maybe his own cognitive dissonance may get in the way, but more likely, like I said, I hope he's just doing his best to push as hard against. But it just seems like his response so far is not that. It seems like, because for him to tell him that he's wrong in that regard that he's trying to get across, it's like, but that's not really, he's just trying to explain that this happened, and that, he's just trying to point out these things that represent a problem in our knowledge base, or the general knowledge base. And either he didn't understand, or that cognitive dissonance wants to express, like, what he would think is his superior position or whatever. And tell me about it. Oh my God! Like, I'm gonna have to get on to you on man about what just happened and whatnot. But hey, try to hit me up when you're on break. So. I could do it. It's just like, I told you what it is. Like, most of my stuff is not finna get paid right now. Like, I got basically 4 things paid, and I still gotta do my do the rest of it. But keep it in mind. Hey, and I'm gonna need $100 back anyways, because the bill stuff got I had it on automatic, so I'll figure out which one it was, but I'm gonna have to stop them because I'm gonna be at 0, and if they still do the automatic payments, you know what I mean, I'm gonna be all overdrawn and all that. So just hit me up when you got a break. Ugh. I got you. It's good. Your plastic was on it. No, my trailer's fine too. All right, so I'm gonna end this one real quick, and because I want to keep them at like 15 minutes, and we're gonna pick back up. I'm gonna watch some more of the video, and we're gonna pick back up. But that was just that first part, man. Like already, you know, it was a little disappointing that he went that route, but let's see where it follows. All right. So if you ain't on it, man, go get on the Joe Rogan show. Dang it. I wish I could look at it and see which episode. But it's the most recent one. This is probably the biggest thing that's going on right now. So catch up.